Hello, Light Seekers. This is Moon Garden Angel 711, and today is June the 14th, 2021. And this is just going to be a checking in of the energies for the collective. So, any of the messages that might come up may resonate with you. Some of them may not. Take what does and leave what doesn't. Now, when I was meditating, before I go through that, happy birthday to all the Geminis. And just as a reminder, we are still under Mercury retrograde, as well as 3 other planets. I do believe we go back into the regular, Mercury goes back sometime this week. And it would be, we will still have a shadow after that. So for another 2 weeks, I am still, I was fine, before I started I clicked on, and now I'm having issues with my throat. So some of you may still have some issues as to expressing your feelings, expressing your thoughts, or having issues with what you want to say, or question yourself with what you want to say. So for those of you that are having issues with that, just meditate on that. Meditate to your deity to see if they will guide you as to how to best express those feelings or those thoughts, so that they come across to the view or the projection of, or your ideals of what you're trying to get across. So just pray about that. And now, as soon as I said that, my throat is actually clearing. I kind of felt like it was just closing in, and someone was choking me. So some of you may have, or this might be even a very tough decision to make. As soon as you do make that decision, know that you are going to feel a whole lot better. So we're still in, some of the retrogrades planets, as I was saying, and it's causing a lot of maybe sometimes confusion, sometimes fogginess of the brain. We just came out of the solar eclipse that we had last week, and we are going to have some of those energies, for some years to come. So a lot of that may change your life. You will see that a lot of things are going to start changing and shifting in your life, from a professional aspect to a personal aspect, or even love. Excuse me. And now I'm belching now and burping. So that's telling me that this is regarding or the energies that I'm feeling so far is regarding a masculine. So some of these messages may be regarding a masculine or a masculine energy. Let's see here. Some of the things, and now that we're starting the week, some of the things that I was actually, that were being downloaded, or I was being given kind of images of when I was meditating, was a ladder, or stairs, going up the stairs, going up a ladder. The other one was the Wheel of Fortune. So you know how when you go to the circus or the park or a rodeo, wherever you might go to a Wheel of Fortune, it goes, circles, goes around and around and around, several times. So I was seeing that. So some of you may feel like you are kind of on a wheel, just going over and over and over. It's like life is just repeating itself over and over. So that's what I was seeing. The other thing I was seeing, it was a yellow bird. So some of you may have a bird who I'm resonating with. I'm not exactly sure. I do have, a lot of subscribers. So I may be resonating with someone, or picking up their energy, or tapping into their energy. It appears as though this bird is very, very loved, and you're very attached to this yellow. It's kind of like a canary, I want to say. That's what I was seeing. The other thing that I was tapping into was, again, butterflies. I think I was tapping into butterflies last week. So you might want to look at, I believe it's the Aquarius sign. So you might want to go back and look at that. I also want to thank both, all my sign, my viewers, my subscribers. Thank you for subscribing. Thank you for sharing and liking my videos. I appreciate you so much from the bottom of my heart. I am an intuitive reader. I am an empath. I have been an empath all my life. And I have empath and through my empathic energies, my ancestors for at least 10 or 15, 10 generations from my dad's side and 15 generations from my mom's side. So there is a lot in that, and even probably further than that, as I was seeing or have been tapping into my past lives. So let's see here. What else? Okay, so this is going to be a general reading for the collective. Some of the messages may resonate, some of them may not. Take what does and leave what doesn't, and try not to criticize those messages that do not pertain to you, as it may be messages for someone else. Now, let's see here. What else? Okay, so we're going to go ahead and get started. Spirit, what is the energy for this week? For the week of the 14th of June. And one of them says it's all tied up already. Let's see here. Let's show you that. All tied up. And as you can see, she is, she's tied up by the branches, kind of like a vine, if you can see that. I mean, we all know that vine, and it might be also, I also see some like fairies. I see it from afar, but this might be also, just moon garden flowers as well that are just shining at night. So it appears that I'm already getting downloads right now, and it appears that there is a feminine that at nighttime she is being attacked by some energies. But one of the things to remember is for this particular feminine that I'm tapping into, that she is protected. As you can see, she has this kind of a white robe on her head as well as throughout her body. So that tells me and leads me to believe that she has divine protection. So really all she has to do is just summon those spirits for protection. So if at nighttime you're feeling a bit, you're waking up in the middle of the night or at 3 o'clock in the morning, just go ahead and start praying to your guides, your ancestors, so that they can protect you, or even your angels, your archangels, Metatron. I'm hearing Metatron. So just know that you're being protected. It's just divine. Think about it like that. It's just divine. It's really it's not a very important, it's not that it's not an important energy, but it's just that it's a very light energy. And so you're able to just, it's whoever is trying to do this type of either magic or spells, know that you are protected and it's not even gonna touch you. So it's not gonna manifest because you're being protected. You have the light of God. You have the light of your ancestors. You have the light of your your guides that are surrounding you. So just go out in nature and know that you that'll go ground yourself. Go walk around on grass or go hug a tree. I mean, I know that sounds funny, you know, and you will get grounded. That's when you can actually where you can actually communicate with your ancestors and your guides. I also see a divine feminine who is very self-made, very assured. She has a lot of magic within her. All she has to do is summon that, believe in herself. I see someone that is in the opposite or the other spectrum. I also see a very shy feminine who is very afraid of coming out or expressing her spirituality, simply because she knows that she also has a dark side. And when she kind of unravels that light side, that dark side is coming right with it. She shouldn't be afraid of the dark side, because sometimes our dark side becomes or what we perceive to be our dark side becomes our strength, or is the reason that we just get grounded even more. So try not to shy away from that, whichever feminine I'm tapping into. Know that your third eye is evolving. As I see here, the purple all around her. As you guys can see, there's a lot of purple all surrounding her. So try not to push away that spirituality, whoever feminine I'm tapping into. Know that that you are evolving, you are manifesting, you're having the ability to not develop, because you already had that ability to be able to see things for what they were and what they were not, and you were able to discern. However, your third eye is being opened up even more, and whichever feminine I'm tapping into, you need to try to not reject that energy, because that's part of you. Because once you're able to allow it to come in, you are looking at that energy as something dark, and really in reality it's not. That is your strength. Having the ability to accept that spirituality and opening up your third eye, it's going to open up the door to romance. It's going to not just romance for a partner or counterpart, but also for love for self, love for, I mean, and look at this. Someone also might want to be looking at 333. You're seeing the number 333. Is your angels trying to talk to you with regards to messages? So someone needs to go look at that. Look up what 333 stands for, because it appears that there are some messages that only you are going to be able to decipher. Just know that allowing this, accept your dark side. I'm not exactly sure what is it that's coming through you that you would think that it's bad and it's evil. You know, ask your angels to guide you through the light. Honor that light. Honor that purple light. Allow it to open up. Allow it to come in through your through the top of your chakra, all the way down to, you know, the root chakra and your earth chakra, as well as your lunar chakra. So try opening up those chakras, because it will open up your heart. I see that someone that is at the same time very guarded. Some of you might be very guarded, whether it's a masculine or a feminine. You guard yourself. It's almost like a self-inflictive guard. You build those walls. You might have gotten hurt. I'm seeing here when you were little. I was seeing a canary when I was meditating, but as you can see, there is also a cage here. Maybe the canary was meant to interpret, or as an analogy, that you're keeping your heart in a cage, when in reality you need to just go ahead and open the door to that cage and let it fly. You have to give the opportunity and allow the discernment to know that opening your heart is going to just open the doors for a lot of things, not just, as I said before, not just romance for a counterpart, but also romance for self. How can someone love you if you yourself do not love yourself? I mean, a lot of us, including myself, say, yes, I do love myself. And we can say that through our mouth. But when in reality, we start monitoring and overseeing and having that oversight and managing those, our thoughts and our feelings, and we start kind of discerning, and at the same time, um, having that prejudice against those feelings and those thoughts, then you start realizing, whoa, wait a minute, why am I, beating myself over something like this when, I have forgiven myself? That's because there's still something that you need to let go and release, either from childhood memories or from an emotion or a hurt or a pain, someone that might have hurt you. So we need to, each one of us need to go back and reframe that picture of what we had before, or that memory. So try to do that by yourself, through meditation. If you have a particular childhood memory that is, painful, that no one else knows but yourself, look at that memory and reframe it. And what I mean by that is, if it has colors, then discern by changing the colors to black and white. And then in your head, one by one picture, start changing that color and burning it out in the air, and then transmute that energy back into the sun and back onto you as a ray of light. And what I'm seeing here is that you need to turn it into kind of a purple light coming to you, or white light coming to you, like a shimmering sparkle, like a shimmering dust coming back at you to accept that new feeling or that new reframed memory. If you had we have control of our own feelings. So if you have a particular memory that you have as a childhood, that it was a memory that is bringing you pain, because either your mom, your dad, or your siblings, or your grandma, or your grandfather or aunts or uncles might have hurt you, might have said something. If it hurt you, if it was words, then, like I said before, try to release that, try to reframe that memory by changing the colors. Put it up in the air, reframe it, whatever, memory you remember, burn it. And then let it go up through the sun, and then come back and let it transmute back into a new memory. That new memory now has, for example, if it was someone said something about you, change it to, if it was, someone said something along the lines of you're ugly, or, you're fat, then what, now that you reframed it and transmuted, go ahead and bring it back and let it shimmer back down into and fill that void that you removed. And wherever it might be, whether it's on your shoulder, your neck, your stomach, fill that hole again with that shimmering light. If it was someone said fat, you're fat, then you're very, very slender, you're very beautiful, you are very fit, you're very healthy. That new memory has been reprogrammed. So reprogram yourself like that. Allow memories like that to change, because only you are in control of your own memories, of your own pain. And once we start taking responsibility for our own actions, even if there was someone else that, pain us or hurt us, whether it was directly or indirectly, purposely or without not without an intention to hurt you, because they don't know, they were not measuring their words. They don't, people don't know how much words can actually hurt you. Um, excuse me. But in reality, we are adults now, and we have control of saying, you know what, enough is enough. That pain or that memory has beat me enough, so that it has enabled me, or has constrained me, or has had me tied up, for so long. I am taking back my control. I'm I'm cutting each one of these vines and letting go of that vine. And I am taking control. I am reframing. I am, if I want to be successful, start picturing that. Start saying that I am successful. I am I am loving, I am caring, I am compassionate. Start saying that to yourself. I am successful. Picture that every night. But not only say that to yourself and say, I am successful. Tell the universe why you want to be successful. How is your success going to help the universe? Are you going to have a particular mission that is going to help children? So start looking at your own goals like that. How is it going to benefit the world or the society? Because we are all connected. We are all energy. So as you can see here, she has, she's kind of punishing by allowing herself to keep those vines. I mean, they could easily be cut, or she could easily just open up her arms and cut those. I mean, if you guys ever have seen any vines, you know that they're very, very small, very thin, and they're very easy to break. So we just need to realize that we need to, all the self-inflicted, imprisonment, her self-enslaving is because of her own head, of her own thoughts. And the fact that she cannot realize that, you know what, all I have to do is just break my arms and it'll break the vine. That she needs to realize that. But we are so she is so what's the word I'm looking for? Lack of a better word, self-indulge in her own ideas and her own pain and her own memories, that she can't even see past the fact that get out of that box, get out of that soapbox, and then she'll be able to determine and see that she can get out of it and break those vines herself. So it looks as though for the month of for the second part of June, from June 14th through the end of June, that's going to be one of our challenges or one of our roadblocks, determining and what is actually holding us back. And in reality is our own self, our own thoughts, our own memories, our own projection of certain things. And but once we realize that, we open up the door not just to romance, but to romance of self-love. And when we love ourselves, we are feeling good. We feel like, I love myself, I like myself, I am on top of the world, I am, the CEO of my body, I am the president of my body, I am the president of my life, I am the CEO of my life. So we are all CEOs in our own accord. We are CEOs of our household. We are head of our household. So we just need to go ahead and drive it that way and take over that life. And so if she was just to realize, who would I be? Who would I be without the story? Endless. Who would she be without the story of having those vines keeping her from where she is, keeping her where she's at? The ideas and the imagination would be endless. The possibilities are endless. So ask yourself that, who would I be without this story? Who would I be without the story of, if you're having issues at work with a particular person, if you're having issues at understanding through training at, at work, or having issues with a relationship at work, or even at home, or even your siblings, who would I be without the story of that, whatever is keeping me tied up? You would be free. You would have the ability to do that. So start discerning with those ideas or those memories too. Who would I be without the story of, if you were a child that was abused and an adult that was abused during childhood, or something else happened, then who would you be without the story? Indecision. So it appears as though someone is going to be, some of you that I'm tapping into, that once you determine, are able to discern, you're going to have a path that is going to open up. I also see that you're going to have anxiety. You're going to have, you're going to question yourself whether you should, which path are you going to take? The path of, now that you're going to have your third eye open, your pineal gland open, do you go through the path of spirituality, or do you continue the path of a career that you had set yourself out to be? Now, the other thing also that I see here is that it also might have to do with family. The family might have had a very shaky, the foundation might not have been very good. So you see, you're going to be facing with those family ideals, those family conditioning. And you're going to look right in front of it and say, no, this is not my way of thinking. This is not my way of dealing with things. And it's almost like it's going to crumble in front of your eyes. It's almost like that those ideals are going to just pretty much burn. And you know what? Now that I think about it, and I'm talking about that, whenever I was meditating, the other thing that was coming up was fire. But fire, I mean, a lot of fire. Like the forest was on fire, a house was on fire. So there might be also a lot of heating up within a family, a lot of fights, a lot of discussions. A lot of pain is going to come out or going to be discussed. But it's also going to bring you and give you clarity. As you can see in this indecision card, once this person, whether it's a feminine or a masculine, because we really cannot tell whether it's a feminine or a masculine, once this person goes over, whether he or she decides to go to the left or to the right, or even go forward, if that person goes forward, obviously they're going to be hit, he or she is going to hit, or this person is going to hit himself or herself on the head and just bump into the, onto the tree. So what that is in telling me is that you got to be open-minded. Remember what I said, you got to untie yourself from here, from all these ideals, to be able to open up that third eye. So walk in with an open mind to whatever you're going to be confronting, whether it's pain. As you can see here, what I'm seeing here is like two eyes. Someone is watching this, whether it's divine. Divine is watching this particular transitioning and confrontation. Exactly what is going to be, if it's going to be childhood pains, childhood issues, or adult issues from a career standpoint, from a professional. I do see here that someone is going to be contacting you. I see that both divine are going to be, I see a dove here, or is it a white butterfly and a yellow butterfly? So I do see where Divine is present on either way. Once you see, and going back to the point where I was going to make is, once you make that decision, whether it's to the right or to the left, you can kind of see that there's a lot of light, and it's almost like a door. I see this, to me, I'm viewing that as a door. I'm being guided to say that that is like a door. And although you're being watched, um, know that a tree, for me, a tree signifies life. For me, a tree also signifies family, ancestors, your ancestors. And I'm seeing that tree as a tree that is very old, very wise. It has gone and weathered a lot of winters, a lot of summers, a lot of falls, so a lot of years. But so what I'm seeing here is that this person that is going to go through this transition or this ascension, then you're going to pretty much ascend. Your heart is going to open up. There's a key here, and you're looking for a key. You're looking for something. You're looking for answers. Whoever I'm tapping into is looking for answers, and those answers are going to be given to you between the 14th of June and the end of June. Now, my readings are timeless, so whenever this reading is popping up on your feed, that's when you are meant to hear this message. Some messages may resonate because I do support the high-level soulmates as well as the divine. Meaning the twin flames, or the sacred flames group. So some of these messages may resonate, some of them may not. And if they don't, there's a lot of readers out there, great readers, that could read the messages that you're trying to get from your guides, your ancestors. Let's see here. What else am I getting here? So there is going to be an indecision, but the decision, because I have all tied up in here and the door to romance, you're going to be able, you are going to make a decision. A decision is going to be made. And irrespective of which path you're going to take, know that divine is there to guide you and to watch you. Your ancestors are there. Some of the things that I also see here is that you are healing old wounds not just from yourself, but you're carrying that DNA in your DNA, the pain from your ancestors from, lifetimes and lifetimes before, the lifeline. You're going to be healing a lot of that. Know that that you are covered. I see here that your root chakra is really being healed here. As I see red being worn on this on this cave by this person, and then red is all over this door to romance. So I see that the root chakra is going to be healed, and allowing your third eye chakra to open up as well. Let me see. Are there any more messages, Spirit, from this? Here you go. What you're healing is going to be deceit. You feel that whoever I'm tapping into as a child, there was a lot of lies, and you're having to heal that. So you're carrying that in your womb, in your root chakra. Yin and the yang. You're going to bring balance to those two, to the root chakra. I'm also seeing here your third eye, which is going to connect your third eye onto your root. So there's going to be a connection, kind of the infinity signal, connecting your root to your third eye. there was definitely deceit, and you recently found out about it. Whoever I'm tapping into, you're going through a lot of pain. I can feel it. It's almost like you see that which was built or you saw as a child kind of crumbling in front of your eyes, and that is very frustrating and very hurtful at the same time. Is very disappointing. Almost like whoever you believe or you feel that lie to you, you have a lot of anger. Whoever I'm tapping into, there's a lot of anger. You do need to say that. Whoever you're going to be talking to or dealing with, you need to say, I'm angry. I'm angry because, and you need to be able to tell the story. You're going to be, I hear a lot of words, a lot of stuff is going to be said. Let's see here. Sometime in the month of August, I see that a lot of things, this messages may even expand to the month of August. I'm seeing this, and I know it's not a parrot, but I'm seeing this kind of from afar. I'm seeing it as a parrot, someone talking. And you know how parrots talk. I know this is not a parrot. It's more like a butterfly. But from afar, that's what I'm seeing. So that is what's my guides are, telling me. Anger, going back to anger. The second message that I'm getting here is that there is a masculine that might have lied to you. This is someone that you loved a lot, that you feel taught you a lot, that you had a great deal of respect for this person or this masculine energy. But it's almost like everything that was taught or said is like all those words are being burned by the acknowledgement and the knowledge of the deceit, or finding out that there was deceit. A lot of you also, let's see here, I'm being told don't use those yet. Let's do this. Let's go ahead and find out more about this deceit. Spirit, can you give us more information regarding this deceit part? It looks like there was a feminine energy that deceived a masculine as well. Now I'm seeing that. Oh my God. It is almost like things are falling apart for the masculine now. There might have been some, I'm seeing here some spells done on a feminine energy by a masculine energy to keep her heart bound. Binding spell. So that she could bring him money. He saw her, definitely sees her as a high priestess and someone that is able to manifest. But it's almost like, yeah, here's the double deceit here. So someone did deceive. I'm seeing that there was a masculine, or I'm sorry, a feminine that now I'm seeing another story here. I'm seeing that a feminine, through her very innocent looks and very coy words, was able to deceive this masculine so that he would not see the light of this high priestess. Because it's almost as though he was going to talk to this high priestess in this feminine energy, needed to use all of her charms per se to deceive this masculine energy. so that he would feel confused about going to this um, feminine energy, who is the high priestess, someone that is very spiritual, someone that can manifest things out of water, out of nothing. Um, she could, this high priestess could change things in a jiffy, like, I mean, in an instance, in a snap of the fingers. But it looks like this feminine energy found out that this masculine was going to go to this high priestess and leave her behind. But so she created some type of spell. And I'm seeing that she might have even did some type of sexual ritual in the bed to make the confusion for this particular masculine, to make him feel confused and not go to this feminine energy. There's definitely deceit here going on, lies, so that this Knight of Pentacles does not go to the High Priestess, and this is being driven by money. Now I'm being guided to look at the coins that are around my my altar here. Yeah, someone is trying to stop this Knight of Pentacles bisexual, by using the sexuality. But you know what? I'm seeing also that divine is involved. As I said before, there is divine involvement here. She is divinely protected, not only by the angels or by the divine, because she is divine. She is the twin flame. She's also guided and protected by the animal spirits. She's the high priestess, for heaven's sake. She knows the wisdom. She is very aware of what she's doing, so she's already protected. She went and protected herself through various dimensions, various lifelines. She's even gone through the matrix. She's able to manipulate the matrix so that she's able to go through not only lifetimes but dimensions back and protect herself against her, which is a power, which is a ability that she doesn't know or doesn't have yet. She will never have that ability, whereas this particular feminine energy, she's dressed in white, she's got the long hair, she's got the wisdom, she's got the ability to just manifest anything through lifetimes and dimensions. She's very spiritual. She's very well protected. She already knows everything that's going on through the matrix, as well as the lifetimes before. She can work with Mother Gaia, Mother Earth, and she's able to protect all of that. She talks to Karma and Justice, Lady Justice. She's definitely someone that is, I mean, look at this, the star. For me, when I see the star, it's not just, you know, spiritual, feminine, but also someone that has the ability to make people have hope, have the ability to manipulate the energies around her. So this masculine, this Knight of Pentacles, is going to, you know what this particular high priestess is doing is she is not manipulating him. She doesn't need to. She doesn't need to do anything other than be herself. And the masculine is going to come to her, and all she's doing is placing spells of protection, because she knows about karma. So she doesn't have to utilize the black magic or the spells that this feminine is using, because she knows karma. Karma is her best friend. And karma is always, she knows the yin and yang of the energies, the positive and the negative, the as within, as so with, you know, as above, so below, as within, so without. All of those rules, the geometric rules. I mean, she, look, if you see here, she has kind of like the matrix, the the cloth of matrix. She can manipulate it. She's almost like in command of the matrix. So she knows how to move it, how to discern from it. She has the balance of it. She knows when not to. She has the power to move it in and out at night or during the day. The star here to me just tells me that she's only sprinkling dust of protection for herself, because she knows what this feminine energy is trying to do. So she's protecting herself against all those spells. But not only is she protecting her environment, because she knows that this particular feminine energy is able to manipulate the outside sources of outside of her. That being said, this high priestess is able to put protection against everything that is around her, surrounding her, her environment, her culture, the people that are there, because that tells me that this masculine, and this right here is also telling me, or my guides are also telling me, that this masculine, feminine energy is also trying to place spells to be able to manipulate the people around and animals around this high priestess. But this high priestess has already put kind of, I think of it like a protection capsule on each one of the items that are going to be surrounding her. So she's also, I mean, as you can see here, look at those spheres around the Knight of Pentacles. To me, that's telling me that there is protection around him already. So it's kind of like the spheres and the matrix that this high priestess has around her, as you can see. So think of it like this. Sorry. You see that? You see the synchronicity? How it's going around the circles? So she is also telepathically talking to him, and those spheres of protection within the matrix, she's placing that on him as well. By protecting herself, is also protecting him, because she is the twin flame of each one of them. They are the counterparts of each other. So he's going to her, and she is very well aware of the fact that excuse me, and you're going to be getting a phone call. She's very well aware of the feminine energy, or the karmatic energy, that is trying to play spells on this Knight of Pentacles. So by protecting herself, she's protecting him. Look at that sphere. Look at that matrix of protection. So that the karmic is not able to manipulate this animal or the animals around or surrounding the Knight of Pentacles. Wow. I didn't know it was gonna get that deep. Let me see here. Any more messages? And someone is going to be very consistent about getting a hold of you, because they're calling. I also see here that the person that she's also probably a mom. So she has his child and is using that child to manipulate him to stay. Any more messages, Spirit? Any more messages regarding this reading? Any more messages? Yeah, there's, you know, this card came out earlier. And it's coming up again. So she's trying to create obstacles, so that verbal obstacles, as a matter of fact. She may also be a Libra. He or she, someone here might be a Libra. She's creating obstacles. And it's almost like at nighttime, she is, I'm thinking she's being sweet to him verbally, because all she has to do is sweeten up those words, talk very sweet. As I said before, she's very coy. She's trying to be very innocent, very like, she's really nice. She wants him. She knows exactly what to say to him. But this is only causing him to get angry and realizing the deceit, the deceit of her words. He doesn't believe her words anymore. He knows what he is on to her already. 7 of Wands, fights, very heated fights. I mean, all I see here are fights, verbal fights. I'm almost even seeing physical fights. These fights are relentless. But I do see here that he is very elevated, because this is my 13th sign, the external subconscious elevated spiritual card. He is mirroring her. Any more messages, Spirit? Any more cards from this? Okay. Any more messages regarding this? Any more? For me, it's definitely a marriage that's going upside down. And look at that. At the bottom of the deck, we have the Fool. The leap of faith that he's going to her. He's not sleeping. A lot of words. He wants to go talk to her, because divine is guiding him to do so. A lot of fights, a lot of fights. The Queen of Pentacles, she wants to take her money, because she feels that's her money, not his money. Okay, this is a jumper. So here we go, upside down, 10 of Pentacles. So he is divorcing her, because my question is going to be, are there any more messages regarding this partnership? Are there any messages regarding the karmic and the plant and the divine masculine? And now I'm getting a headache. I feel so lightheaded. So she might have hit him on the head as well. Or there might have been a fight where somebody hit each other. Or there's physical violence here. Not that I condone physical violence between anybody. But I do see here. It looks as though he just goes to work a lot. Or he might have met this high priestess at work by watching her. I also see the month. Yeah. Oh my God. He wants to give her a message on the month of June, or 7/6. Yeah, this is a very mature woman. He sees her as a mature woman. Spirit, is this the karmic? Or is this divine? Is this the karmic or is this divine? Is this the karmic or is this divine? Mature woman. Clarify the mature woman. Spirit, clarify the mature woman. Is there any clarification card for the mature woman? I'm seeing here that this mature woman may not be near the masculine, because she might have walked away. Yeah, she is the divine. She walked away from him. Because she knew of all the witchery and the craft and the spells and the black magic that this karmic was doing to him, or was going to doing through this environment. So she just said, you know, I'm up, and she up and left. She's very, 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 very intuitive, because she not only does she have the intuition outside of her, but she has it inside and outside. This feminine energy might have highlights on her hair. I'm feeling really sick to my stomach now. This might have happened sometime in March or April, I'm seeing here, because there's a duality here. But here's the other thing that I'm seeing, is that just as she left sometime in March, or disengaged or detached, or the end of March, or sometime in April, so did he. He walked away, because I see the hole here. But there's a message that, what is about, can you give us more clarification regarding this message, Spirit? Give more clarification regarding this message. Give more clarification regarding this message. Oh my God, he's feeling ill. He feels like whenever she left, his life left with her. His heart left with her. This feminine might receive a letter of concern. The message of concern is going to be that he is having bad health, because she's doing it. She's doing the black magic. But he need not worry, because he'll be fine. I'm thinking that the bad health might have happened sometime in the month of May, or is feeling right now, the month of June. We're in June the 14th. June 14, look at that. So some of you might get a message today, June 14, regarding bad health. Or you might also get a message of love. And yeah, this actually came upside down. So some of you may also get a offer today. Offer very close to you. The message that you might have is regarding a job offer. And this also came upside down. So let's see here. Is this upside down, Spirit? It's in the challenge position. So this masculine is going through a divorce right now. It's in the midst of it. It started off in the month of May 15. Oh, or someone might have a birthday in the month of May. I guess, yeah, being a Gemini. Any more messages, Spirit? So here, it looks as though this masculine is very concerned that he's going to lose a lot of his money, or a lot of the belongings, and you know, even to the point where he might lose maybe some respect, because he might be someone that is very well known, very respected within the community. But it appears as though she's going to be taking a lot of his money, because she's wearing green. This might be somebody that has kind of a dark brown hair, light brown hair. Any more messages? This is gonna be finalized in the month of June 30th. Any more messages, Spirit? Any more messages regarding this letter? Someone that is like very important in the company is going to bring you this letter, feminine. He's going to take a journey to come and give you the message. Let me see here. Any messages, any more clarification regarding this courthouse and adjudication process, Spirit? Any clarification cards regarding this adjudication in courthouse? Oh my God, this is a complete mess, and it's just being... A decision is made. The decision is made by the judge regarding the money. Look at this. There's a balance. This needed to be balanced, and Divine was going to make this balance. Let me see here. Not that. I'm being guided to use this. Sabilla. Sarah, can you clarify the courthouse? Can you clarify the courthouse? Can you give more clarification regarding the courthouse? More clarification regarding the courthouse. More clarification regarding the courthouse. Spirit, can you give us more clarification? Are there more? Is there more clarification? Okay, what are the thoughts of this courthouse from the feminine or the karmic? What are the karmic's thoughts? She's definitely trying to stall him from leaving. She doesn't want him to leave. But he's leaving. He thinks that she's infantile. Very childish. Look at how that one. And he definitely has wedding and marriage in mind for this high priestess, which is his hope. He's divorcing this karmic so that he can go get married or have a partnership or companionship with this high priestess, which is the mature woman here. Any more clarifying messages, Spirit? Okay, this one's fell. He's leaving. He is definitely leaving. I also feel, and look at that, there was another one behind the thief. Someone is going to be very displeased to the point where police is going to be called to keep this feminine, or this karmic is going to be told to stay away from him. Quarrel. I love these cards because they are so concise on the messages. There's definitely going to be fighting, as I said before. There's going to be fighting. There's a lot of fighting already going on. Physical fighting. I mean, look how physical these two gentlemen are being. There might be a fight, not just between the karmic and the masculine, but also another male that I see here. Maybe a brother or a sister, a brother or even a father fighting with the masculine, divine masculine here. A lot of words, a lot of verbal fight. I mean, the words are going to be very cutting, very insulting, very mean, very vulgar, very, they're going to be hurtful words here said. Let's see what our angels are trying to give us as decision, as any messages. Spirit, can you give us some guiding messages? Angels, Spirit, can you give us any more messages? Are there any more messages? Are there any more messages? Pay attention to the red flags. So this is for both the divine masculine and divine feminine to watch your surroundings, especially because of all this black magic that is going on, and spells, casting of spells of this of the environment. Okay, so this right here is telling me retreat. You know, it's time to disconnect from the world. So this is for the masculine and the feminine, divine feminine, that they need to go and have that conversation that they so need to have. Let's see here. Let's see what the masculine wants to say to the feminine. Well, the first one is driving around so I don't go home. He doesn't want to go home because of all this fighting, and he knows about all this binding of spells. Are there any messages, Spirit? Can't stop thinking of you. This masculine cannot stop thinking of feminine or divine. Ethnic. Some of you may be of different cultures. He wants to invite you for coffee, but I'm being guided that the message actually behind some of my cards actually do have double meaning. This one's here is I am leaving home to come to you. So today someone is going to get visited. Someone is coming to your house to bring you a message regarding a divorce, or even you're going to get also a message regarding an offer. Here you go. More confirmation. There is a separation. Okay. Let's see here. Any more messages, Spirit? What does the masculine want to tell the feminine? My feelings always come up. Okay. With that being said, thank you so much. Thank you for liking. Thank you for subscribing. I love you guys so much, and see you next time. Take care.